The move. When Andrei's grandmother died, he inherited her house in the remote Carpathian village of Branesti, a place where time seemed to drag its feet and the air carried a chill even in summer. After a string of failed jobs and an ex-girlfriend who'd left him emotionally bankrupt, moving to the countryside sounded almost peaceful. The villagers were polite, but distant. Old men sat outside the pub nursing plum brandy like it was medicine. The women crossed themselves every time they passed the stone bell tower near the forest's edge, its rusted bell hanging from a crooked beam. Andrei asked about it once. An old woman spat on the ground and muttered, "It rings only when she walks." He didn't press further. The first night. That night, Andrei was jolted awake at 2:17 a.m. by a single clang of the bell. He sat up, heart pounding. The bell tower hadn't rung during the day, it was practically falling apart. Probably wind. But when he looked out the window, the forest at the edge of his grandmother's property seemed closer. And something stood at the tree limb. It was tall, impossibly thin, with limbs too long for a human. Its head tilted at an unnatural angle as if trying to listen to the silence around it. Andrei blinked, and it was gone. Superstitions and stories. The next day, Andrei went to the only cafe in town and asked about the bell. "That bell's older than the church," said Luca, the barkeep, without looking up from his crossword. "It's not supposed to ring anymore." "Then why did it?" Andrei asked. A teenager with a scar on his lip leaned in. "My cousin went missing after he heard it. Everyone says it warns you if she's out hunting." The scarred boy leaned back and just said, "Don't let her see you." The mark. Andrei tried to dismiss it all as folklore. He spent the day clearing his grandmother's attic, but when he found her old journal, his skepticism started to crack. It watches from the trees. Once you see her, she marks you. The bell is not a warning. It's a count. That night, the bell rang twice. This time, he didn't look out the window. Sleepwalking. At 3:12 a.m., he woke up outside, barefoot, halfway to the forest. His hands were covered in dirt. His mouth was full of twigs. He hadn't sleepwalked since he was a child. He turned to run back to the house, and froze. The creature was there again, standing just inside the trees. Cloaked in shadows. Taller than ever. He saw something on its chest, a carved wooden bell, dangling from a string. Andrei ran. Behind him, the bell tower rang again. 3 times. 6, the priest. Desperate, Andrei went to the tiny chapel and begged the priest for answers. The man was reluctant, but finally said, "The forest is cursed. There's something ancient in it. She's not a ghost. She's a memory that won't die. A memory. They say a woman was buried alive beneath the bell tower. Accused of witchcraft. Her screams were drowned by the bell, until the villagers stopped ringing it. But her soul never left." He slid Andrei a wooden rosary. "If the bell rings 4 times, leave. If it rings 5, it's too late. 7, the 4th ring." Andrei packed that night. He didn't plan to stay and find out what happened next. But the car wouldn't start. His phone screen cracked on its own. And at exactly 2:17 a.m., the bell rang 4 times. The air grew colder. The forest groaned like it was alive. Something scratched at the window. Slowly, deliberately. He tried not to look. But something inside him, curiosity or fear, made him turn. A face stared back at him through the glass. Pale. Hollow. Smiling. And then he saw it. His reflection in the window didn't move with him anymore. 8. The fifth ring. He doesn't remember falling asleep, but he woke up in the forest. Surrounded by fog. No path. No sky. The fifth bell rang. He screamed. Something moved between the trees. A whisper, like 1,000 dead leaves. Then a voice, not spoken, but felt in his bones. You saw me. I see you. He tried to run, but the trees twisted, bent, pulled him in like fingers. When they found his house 3 days later, it was abandoned. But inside, on the mirror, someone had scrawled in dirt. It only ends when someone else sees her. Epilogue. A young couple moved into the house a month later. The villagers warned them, but they laughed it off. On their first night, at exactly 2:17 a.m., the bell rang once. And something stood at the edge of the trees, watching.